you were thinking earlier. I didn't want to rile you up, but because you said so kindly. It's a lesson we find out later is often this was my fault. Yeah. I could have fixed this. I could have done that, and it is very easy to blame some people. But let's blame some people.
Sure.
Let's talk about. I did not encounter Shorty G.
Ooh. Consider yourself lucky.
That was gone, done, and dusted. But I did not encounter this as I came back to WWE. Whose fault is Shorty G?
To my knowledge, I'd have to whittle it down to Eric Bischoff.
No way.
Maybe.
Eric?
Maybe. I can't say that firmly, but he was the one that delivered me the news. So
yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I liked working with Eric, by the way. Another Minnesota guy.
A different, he is.
Yeah,
he is a Minnesota guy for sure.
But yeah, that was an interesting little run there.
Yeah.
If that's the word for it. I don't know.
Well, in the end, probably Eric just trying to find the thing.
Yeah.
Trying to find, the mouse, we're all in the maze trying to find the cheese, and it's not often the choice we make.
Yeah.
As you were doing it?
Yeah.
Did you feel it could work? Did you feel it could move? Did you feel boxed in immediately?
I felt boxed in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I put on the face of this could work. We can make this work. And I tried. I don't want to pretend like I had.
Oh yeah, you gave it your all. Yeah.
You know, but I think deep down I knew, man, this might be a killer. This could be the nail in the coffin. I had a very encouraging text from one Luke Harper after the first promo I did when I essentially named myself Shorty G.
Yeah, that
was super encouraging from a guy like that, because that was a low point for sure. Referring to myself as that, but he made me feel as good as I could have about it, and I will never forget that. And I mean, it was immediate afterwards. Took a lot of the stress off of me, but that was.
So you felt boxed in,
yeah,
but you're riding off of a moment, and you're riding to your next moment for sure.
Right,
you're riding off a moment right now that could have equally been boxed in.
Sure,
shout out to Brody, to Harper. Shout out, just lived it, knew it.
Yep.
Also another quality family man.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, one of the best. I don't know if I've told this story before, but he and I wrestled his last match, and I thought we were gonna have a drink together.
Yeah.
And he handed me a bottle, and I was like, "Are you not gonna have any?" He goes, "I got to get home to the wife and kids."
Yep.
And I thought,
what a guy.
Man, I will have one.
What a guy.
Because the thank you, but that's where you should be.
Yep.
Go and do that. Yeah. So what a guy. Indeed.
I would say there's a few people both in NXT and the main roster when I got to both places that were what I say is unnecessarily awesome to me.
Yeah.
And he was one of them on the main roster from the moment I got up.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, we talked about it when we started up. You're a shooter.
Sure.
Maybe
he was just scared.
People like a shooter. You know what I mean?
You can find some clips of him trying to shoot with me.
Oh my
in
gosh,
some battle
really?
royals. Yeah, we should dig them up. They're pretty good.
Man.
He gave it his best shot.
I look forward to the day that I tell people a lot. Finishing the story for me is going to be getting my win back on R-Truth.
Oh.
And I'm hoping there's a battle royal on TV coming up at some point that the crowd is just confused why I've just tried to double leg him. And Ronnie,
there's an amateur wrestling match
probably
going
is
on.
strong as a bull still, would probably defend just fine. Yeah. But again, we're talking about breaking news, aggregating news from the pod. That's news. When R-Truth and I encounter each other in the ring, I am going to shoot on him, and it might not work. It might not, but I can't wait any longer. I can't. I just had a birthday. I got to finish.
Time's
the story.
running out.
That's
Time's running out.
That guy beat me 60 times,
yeah.
And always had some sort of lesson for me. Shout out to Ronnie though. Yeah. God bless. Now he knows it's coming. now he knows it's coming. We were talking about Shorty G.
Yeah.
Do you do the Tops cards?
Yes.
Tops amazing with the line of cards and the different variants they come out, but there are a lot.
Yes.
And the other day they asked me to get there a little early to sign some Tops cards, and there was a lot of Tops cards, but there was a lot of Stardust cards.
Sure.
And I wrote on the 1 of 1, the lowest point in my life, enjoy, and I signed it, and they all giggled, and I thought, no, It was, gang.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad this does something for someone now. This was I felt boxed in. That's why because we're talking about El Grande versus El Grande. Something about what your nemesis is doing. He's refusing.
Yes.
Again, we're talking about at the beginning of the pod. You had the world. It's not the first time you had the world too, because I'm going to bring up another time.
Okay.
You had the whole world watching, right? He's doing that with this.
Yes.
One to look out for. That's one to look out
Dangerous.
for. That's dangerous.
That's
you know?
dangerous, man.
Stay in AAA.
Yeah. You're good. You got it down
You're
there.
killing
dude.
it down there. No, he's
You're a lifer.
Yeah, he's one to look out for. I want to talk about because I hope it shouldn't be deceiving, but maybe it's a little deceiving. We talked about that match. There's also a series of American Alpha matches that also had the world was watching.
Yes.
Nothing was like Black and Gold. All of us who were on the main roster or whatever it was couldn't get a bone like that. We're jealous and blah, blah. I was down the street. I was living in Orlando at the time. Tell me about that partnership and tell me about those matches.
There's a term called it's scenius. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but it's like, I love this thing because it's this idea of just a scene or this one quiet place in the world where something's happening and like going on at that moment in time. And I think NXT Black and Gold during 2015 and 16 was like that. It was just this group of people that were so driven and competitive at the same time. It was a team, but we were all fighting with each other at the same time to be the best. And when you have that, it creates just magic. And I think that's what we had with the Revival, Jason and I.
Yeah.
Jason and I were perfect partners. Our mindsets were exactly the same from amateur wrestling. We got along like brothers from day one.
Yeah.
When we got paired with them and we ran with them for like months on end with the Revival, there was a competitive spark there that I have not felt since. Yeah. We were really good friends with the guys, but when it came time to do the deed, it was like, nope, we're going to one-up you every single night.
Again,
and
real.
Yeah, it was that was as real as
yeah.
it gets. And it led to some magic. And we were just out to outperform each other. And that was happening throughout the whole roster at that time.
Yeah.
You know, singles guys, everybody, and the girls.